loves the winter wind when it breathes you on. And just remember that you're talking to me, though. You need to watch the way you're talking to me, yo. I mean, after all the things that we've been through, and after all the things we got into, you know, I know there's some things that you done told me. And I did some things that that's the old me. Now you're gonna run around and gonna show me. So you walk around like you don't know me. You got a new friend, well, I got some homies in the end. It's still so lonely in the night. Here Call the story I've told. You know what I'm talking about? I know that you do. Alright. What is happening, ladies and germs? I am in a good mood. Can you believe it? I'm normally in a terrible mood, if you couldn't tell. I'm always down in the dumps and, you know, pissed off and sad and, you know, wait a minute, that's the old me. Now, the new me is pretty good, you know what I mean? I'm usually in a good mood, not too much can affect my mood, although an ass chewing will affect my mood there for a couple of minutes, but hey, I popped right out of it, you know what I mean? I know that life will go on. And these days I'm pretty excited about life going on. Do you know what I mean? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? So shit, what time we got here? 2:30 in the PM on October the 6th, 2022. The days just keep on ticking by. They're going by like time flies, you know what I mean? Still got a lot of smoke in the area, smog and pollution. It's absolutely terrible. I could hardly breathe all day. I was outside. I had to wear a mask. It was so bad. See the impression of the mask there? Around this area here is where my mask was seated. The sun was beating down on me all day. It's always sunshine. It's always dry. I mean, there's no water. Whatever you do, don't ever move over here because it's horrible. You know what I'm talking about? I know that you do. And I'll stop saying that. I use that one a little too much. I know that I do. So why am I in such a good mood, you might ask? Well, I have no idea, to be honest with you. I've been bebopping over there, you know, where I've been working, and I've been doing what I was supposed to do, and nobody came and yelled at me, and shit! That's a pretty good day as far as I'm concerned after yesterday, so my back was getting a little sore on me there again. I'm going to fly home like a flying fly. No, I'm not either. You know what I'm doing? I'm going down to T-Mobile. I'm going to get my cell phone business squared away because AT&T, you suck. Your service here sucks. I don't know how your service is elsewhere, but here it sucks. Every time I try to download, look at something, upload, you know what I mean? It's all terrible. Here and there, once in a great while, I get a decent signal. Other than that, piss poor. I would suggest you get a contract with one of these other carriers that got cell towers all over the stinking place. Maybe get a, you know what I mean? Maybe you can attach your shit to it or build your own. How about that? Right in my backyard would be preferably. But actually, I don't care because I'm leaving you. Goodbye, AT&T, from Steve Chevalier with disdain. All right. What was I going to? So I'm going down to T-Mobile because they got badass service. I think I showed you a video of their badass service. You want to know how long it took me to upload that 2-minute video that wasn't even 2 whole minutes? It took like an hour and a half. It kept saying this post is taking a lot longer to post than expected. Well, what kind of shit is that? Well, that's because my upload speeds are 2 megabytes per second. When T-Mobile, in a side-by-side comparison, and the only reason I didn't show that was because I need to have my phone in my hand in order to videotape the comparison. So my phone was not available for videotaping, but you'll have to take my word for it. I did show you video of the T-Mobile phone that was sitting right next to mine, and that T-Mobile phone ran 87,000 laps around my phone while my phone sat there and went in reverse. And then they tell me that they'll pay off all my service contracts and they'll charge me less per month. I mean, what in the hell would you do? I know what you would do if you were me, because I'm me and I know what I would do, and I would go down and change my service immediately, which is what I'm on my way to do. It's kind of a roundabout way of saying what I was on my way to do, but I apologize. I do that sometimes. Now, after that, I happened to have made a friend there. I made a few friends there whilst I was going to school, and one of them lives here locally. They actually, all but one of them live here locally. I've become friends with 2 of the 3 fellow students. I was actually pretty friendly with the 3rd one, but he lives quite a few miles away. I don't know if I'll ever see him or talk to him again. He was a good man. Giant son of a bitch. He's about 7 feet tall, if I, was estimating things correctly, because I'm 6'1", and he towered over me. Now, I know how tall my dad is. He's 6'4", and he would have towered over my dad. You know what I mean? I felt like I was looking up Jack's beanstalk. The Jacob's ladder, looking straight up into the heavens, trying to stare this guy in the eye. My vision got fuzzy. I couldn't even see his eyes. They were up there so far. You know what I'm talking about? He was a big man. He's a good kid. He's only, 25, 20, shit, he's a young kid. He's been through diesel mechanic school. He's got his shit together. He was truck driver since he was a little tiny truck driver, and his dad was a truck driver. His grandpas were truck. Where the hell am I going? I'm sorry, everybody. Force of habit, I was going to turn there, but I don't need to turn there because I'm going somewhere else. As I said, I'm going to T-Mobile. Anyways, my buddy there, as I might have mentioned in one video there, in fact, I know that I did, I mentioned that I had a friend that was a professional big game hunter. Now, when I say professional, I don't mean he makes money because he takes people out and, he doesn't have any television programs or anything that I know of, but he's a good enough hunter that he could if he wanted to. I guarantee you should see the stockpile of photographs that he has. Anyway, he's got some work to do out there at his place. He lives right here in the same neck of the woods. I mean, come on, T-Mobile, there's a cell tower right there. Not T-Mobile. T-Mobile's probably got that cell tower all wrapped up and telling AT&T where to go. You know what I mean? I would if I was T-Mobile, because AT&T, you suck. You probably, stepped on the wrong toes. You definitely did when you stepped on my toes. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure everybody get your self-service shut down and transferred over to T-Mobile, because they're the best. I don't know if they're the best, but they're the best I've found around here. I know there's Verizon around here, but Verizon charges too much money. From what I understand, they are the best. Well, they got a head start, you know what I mean? They were the first out of the gates. They had their shit set up before anybody else did, so everybody else was playing catch-up. Well, T-Mobile, they did a pretty good job coming from behind, as far as I'm concerned. I've had T-Mobile in the past, and I was very happy with their service. Why did I ever... I'm getting off track. Okay, my buddy, he's got some work to do, and he's got a broken hand. He can't do the work himself, so he, made a comment here a little while back. Hey, Steve Areno, you interested in coming out and doing a little work at my place? Got a couple of things there, and I only got one hand here that I can work with. I can't really do it with one hand. I'd do it myself, but if you're interested, I'd pay you to come on out here and do a little work for me. Hell yeah! So I called him up today and I said, hey, what do you got going on? He says, I'm just heading home from the doctor's. I was over. I'm not gonna tell you what he's doing. You know what I mean? That's his business. So he was on his way home, and I said, well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna be shutting my shutdowner down here shortly, and how about I come by and take a look, see what you got going on there, and when do you want to get her done? He says, tomorrow. And I said, well, perfect. I'll come out and I'll get lost and I'll spin around in circles and trying to find your place today. And then tomorrow morning, when I tell you I'm going to be there, I'll be there when I said I was going to be there and start work immediately. You know what I mean? I'll get the shit done. And I said, I am a little light on tools. I had to leave a lot of tools behind when I moved over here, so I'm a little short on tools. I got some basics, but I ain't got the tools to do trim work, and he wants me to do some trim work. I happen to be very good at trim work, but I ain't got any trim work tools. So. But that's what, he's got all the tools. He's got chop saws, he's got nail guns, he's got air compressors, he's got miter gauges. He's got it all, you know what I mean? He's talking about doing some sanding on his deck. I don't know. He said he did it once before. He's talking about sanding it, with a belt sander to get all the old stuff off of it that's on it. And every time his kids go out there and play, they get this stuff all over them. How the hell do you get rid of it? Well, it's probably a petroleum-based product, and it won't scrub off. You have to use all kinds of chemical strippers and whatnot. He doesn't want to do that. He's got kids and animals and whatnot. So sand it. That way you can sweep it all up or suck it up in a vacuum and dispose of the shit properly. Well, it says, what's your deck made out of? What kind of surfaces? He says, 2x6s. I said, oh, man, you're going to fucking take a fucking flat as a pancake belt sander to a fucking bunch of 2x6s. All you're going to do is hit the high spots unless you grind it down to tabletop smooth, granite smooth. He says, yeah, that's what I'd done it before. It wasn't all that bad. I got a big-ass fucking stand-up belt sander. It fucking took it right down to bare wood and looked beautiful, and I just put the wrong shit on it. So he's got a, laser flat back deck, and it's huge, and it looks out over a pond with fish in it, and the mountains, and deer, and elk, and turkeys. And the man is wonderful, you know what I mean? He's as friendly as can be. He treats me nice. He doesn't tell me to shut the hell up, although we haven't spent a lot of time together. He might just tell me to shut the hell up. But I'm going to mind my P's and Q's. Okay, that's it. After T-Mobile, I'm going out to his place, check out the job site, and we're going to hang out. And then, on top of that, my grandchildren happen to be on a football team, and they are having practice tonight at 5:30. Well, guess what? His son is also practicing out at the same place in the same league with my grandchildren, and I did not even know that. And I said, well, shit, we'll just roll out there together. He said, I don't know, I'm gonna go, it's just practice. I got a lot of shit going on. They do football, soccer. I'm busy every minute of every day. I might take a break tonight. I said, well, okay, how about I stop off at the old Quickie Mart on my way over there and pick up a couple of Keystone Lights. Would you like to have a key? Hell yeah, I'll drink some Keystone Lights. So, I told him, don't be surprised if I try to talk you into going down there to the ball field with me and watching our kids play tonight, because I'd like to introduce you to my daughter and my son-in-law and my grandkids and my ex-wife there, Carrie, and she's my ex-wife. I think I mentioned that, but I'll introduce them. I told my family, I love them all very much, and I've told them that I've made a few nice friends, and they haven't met not a single one of them. So they might just think I'm talking out of my ass and lying, and I'm actually out, being a lowlife and doing lowlife stuff. But I would like for him to go down there and meet them so that they can see and believe that I have actually, am in the process of making a nice friend that is good quality people. You know what I mean? I haven't had any of those in a long, 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 long time. And so I'm stoked, and that's why I'm so excited right now. So I'm here at the 11-7, you know what I mean? Wait a minute, 7-Eleven? I'm going to go in there and buy a little box of beer, and I'm going to go to T-Mobile. And whilst I was at the T-Mobile last night, they let me drink a couple beers while I was in there talking to them. I didn't even tell you about that, but that was pretty awesome, you know what I mean? We were having a good old time. They didn't have any. They were on the clock. They couldn't do that, but I told them next time, you know what I mean, punch out and you can have a beer with me. So they let me drink a couple of beverages while I was in there, and some frosty ones, and had a really nice time there at the old T-Mobile, and I'm going to do it again. I'll have a box of beer. I might go in there and have one. Maybe not. Depends on what, it was late last night, about closing time. There was nobody else in there. It was just us. So, I'll be respectful if there's anybody else in there, any other customers that might have some, comments or concerns, opinions, you know what I mean? I'll either tell them to fuck off and go somewhere else, or I'll be very respectful and just not take one in there to begin with, which is probably the route I'll go, because I'm trying to be respectful and friendly these days, you know what I mean? There's been points in my life where I wasn't all that nice and friendly, but, those people that I wasn't nice or friendly to deserve to not have people be nice and friendly to them sons of bitches, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm not going to get doing that. I'm out of here. Everybody, God bless you. I hope you're having a happy and a healthy and a wonderful day. I already told you what the date was. God bless every single one of you. And me. You know what I mean? God bless us all. We all need some blessings. Okay. I've had all... Oh, my God. I'm overflowing with blessings. I just hope he's blessing you as much as he's blessing me, because... blessings are nice. I like blessings. Okay. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.